I'm Jason Carter. Physical optimization defines my life. The day I was born, doctors nearly killed me with medical malpractice. They said I'd never walk. I've been proving them wrong for 35 years. It's easier than you think to obtain super optimal health. I've devoted my life to it, and with my help, you can too. I'm Jason Carter, and this is ENZYMENTAL. And welcome to ENZYMENTAL. I'm Jason Carter, and today I wanted to tell you about the amazing relationship between fat and bone. So fat and bone are both created from the same stem cells within bone marrow. And stem cells, of course, are the multifunctional cells in our bodies that develop into various cell types depending on what the body needs. The stem cell that eventually becomes a fat cell is also capable of turning into a bone cell. It's already well known that people who are heavier have stronger bones, and being heavier seems to convert stem cells into new bone cells to strengthen the skeleton. Estrogen will also affect a stem cell's conversion to bone or fat, so a deficiency of fat leads to a dangerously low BMI or body mass index first, and later excessively low estrogen, both of which will lead to weak bones. This is one reason that for people with anorexia, bone fractures are a serious and frequent risk. While anorexics have virtually no fat that is visible, their bone marrow is often overloaded with fat. With anorexia, the body seems to neglect its own skeleton in favor of fat, ordering stem cells in the marrow to convert themselves into fat cells rather than new bone cells. The bones are then loaded with fat and weaker than normal, and thus more prone to fracture. For postmenopausal women, the protection that fat offers their bones is indispensable. Weight will trigger stem cell conversion to bone rather than fat, and as the ovaries stop producing estrogen, fat then becomes the primary source of estrogen. As women age, aromatase activity also increases. Aromatase, of course, is the enzyme in fat that converts the male hormones, known as androgens, to estrogen. So, postmenopausal women absolutely need fat for both estrogen and strong bones. The bones can even influence fat production by producing a hormone called osteocalcin, which induces the pancreas to release more insulin, which in turn increases our fat, because insulin, of course, as I've told you many times, is a fat-storing growth hormone. Many of the body's immune cells have leptin receptors, and leptin, of course, is that wonderful hormone that tells us the meal is over. Stop eating. Leptin, accordingly, affects the signaling and behavior of those immune cells, and so what this means is that people with excessively low body fat often have a compromised immune system. And you typically see this in developing nations, what's unfortunately referred to as the third world or third world countries. So one way that malnutrition expedites the proliferation of disease is because low fat levels will actually reduce the effectiveness of the immune system. Anorexia patients in particular, who often have extremely low fat levels, have an incredibly reduced immune response in the skin and an overall decrease in lymphocytes and T cells, which are two of our most critical immune responses. So this should give you a deeper respect for the function of fat, and hopefully actually get you to see your fat as not just inert tissue, but more as an actual functioning organ and a component of your endocrine system. That's one of the best ways to look at fat, and to think of fat and all the many things it does to try to maintain balance or homeostasis throughout the body. Thanks for watching. I'm Jason Carter, and I'll see you next time on ENZYMENTAL. Stay healthy.